Jeepers Creepers. Hi friends, welcome back. And today we'll be taking a look at Evan and Emma and a few more from American Horror Story. Now here we take a look at the bones, the skeletons of public figures to help crack and crumble these illusions they've cast upon us and lift the veil and the scales from our eyes. Please do not show hate to anyone, anywhere, for any reason. We do not know these people, therefore we definitely do not hate them. Now, I'm going to be totally honest here. I thought he was so sexy in a creepy way, and it is totally disappointing. Now, Emma's obviously very beautiful, but she has a pretty strong skull, wide set eyes, and we're beginning to see some strong clavicle bones, possibly an interesting necktie area. And Evan here, we'll get to you in a minute, sir. Also, her arm is hanging straight down by her side, and she is incredibly liney, okay? Now, I think this is at the point they're having a little bit of trouble in their relationship, and you can tell by the body language he just really doesn't want to grab on. Now, here we can see that skull is quite strong. It's pretty squared along the bottom, again with the strong chesticle bones, and squared off shoulders. The arm hangs straight down by her side. Now here's that picture zoomed out, and there's her uncle, Eric Roberts, and he's looking quite feminine with time. And what an interesting necktie area that is. Never seen one quite like that before. What's up with that? Now here again, she is liney, okay, and her arms are straight and long. They hang straight down by her sides, squared off shoulders, and again with that Bratz doll-like appearance. Oh, and this infamous pose, okay? Ladies, try doing that in high stilettos. See if you even can, and if you can, it's incredibly awkward. And this pose is done to create illusion of curvature where there is not. But again, with that strong skull, deep-set eyes with that more piercing gaze. Here she is on the cover of Cosmopolitan, and she is quite liney. This pose is trying to offset that. And again, with that large Bratz doll-like skull, deep-set eyes, piercing gaze. Here she is strolling on the beach. We can see the long, pronounced clavicle bones, okay? Front to back, front to back. She is liney. The shoulders are much wider than the hips, and her spine is stick straight, okay? There's no curving at the top or at the bottom. Now, here she is looking incredibly liney, okay, with that toy soldier gait, that knee is punching forward. But there appears to be something in this photo that should not be there, or something that looks amiss. Now, I cannot point out what that is, so you'll just have to find it for yourself and let me know what you think. High set belly button, arm hangs straight down by her side. Now, I actually really like this outfit. It's very cute, very 90s, but we can see her arms are hanging straight down by her sides. Her shoulders are much broader than her hips, the straight clavicle bones, but check out that necktie area, okay? There appears to be a pronounced trachea, perhaps some work done on the apple that came from Eve. I don't know, allegedly, possibly, maybe. And also she is blocking it like it's hot with that squared off skull, deep set eyes, piercing gaze. Now, here again, she is liney, the arm straight down by her side. The shoulders are much wider than the hips. But in this photo, I want us to look at the legs and the knees, okay? The legs are very masculine. The knees are sharp with sharp lines, whereas a feminine knee is more rounded and smooth. Knees punching forward like a toy soldier. Here she is at the beach, and they are three little toy soldiers. Uh-oh, I missed one. Now, in this photo, again, there appears to be something there that shouldn't be, and I can't point out what it is, but maybe you can see it. Here we can see there's plenty of spacing between the two walking sticks. With age, she's looking more masculine. Again, she's just so liney, Bratz doll-like appearance, that more piercing gaze. Very beautiful, though. Now, this is allegedly her more recently, and they're like, oh, edgy new haircut. But are they just trying to hide the fact that it's not the same person? Because it looks like a totally different person to me, but of course I could be wrong. But you can see those deep set eyes and those like chiseled cheekbones. Does that look like the same person to you guys? Am I tripping? We've seen so many of them swapped out, it's hard to know. Now here she is walking with Evan, and looky here, he's got that crisscross applesauce inline footfall, and she's got that toy soldier gait with plenty of spacing between the two walking sticks. So here he was when he was much younger, and he does have, well, at least in this picture, a soft gaze, a more feminine look. Now, here he is a bit older, and notice the necktie area. There appears to be a large node in it, and there are procedures to add these in. So that could be going on here, allegedly, possibly, maybe, because there is no pronounced trachea or anything like that. It's just a node in the neck. Now, I will say his skull is not super eggy like we're used to seeing. His jaw is quite squared off. Now, this is something that could have been added, absolutely, because that is a common procedure with these people. But I don't know. I didn't really see him having a super eggy skull at any point. But skulls are only 70% accurate, okay? So we never make a determination off of them alone, but we can look at some other interesting points like flat forehead, no brow ridge present, okay? Now, let's hope this is just a good old black eye and has nothing to do with the Black Eye Club or the Vril Society, okay? I've had 7 black eyes, so they do happen. And he's quite young here, and usually you see the older celebrities who have participated in that kind of stuff, allegedly, possibly, maybe. But he's very pretty. I like his eyes. I can just see, though, that he is pretty and not handsome. V-shaped clavicle bones. I guess that skull looks more eggy there. Here we can see that curving of the spine. That is a curved S-shaped spine. Now take note that the chest area looks interesting. Here we can really see the curving of the spine. It's coming in at the bottom and rounding at the top. V-shaped clavicle bones, low set belly button. And this just makes me so sad, guys. He's got a lovely figure. He's got some shape to him. He is curvy. He's not liney. He is curvy. But again, the chest area looks interesting. I cannot speak freely, but hopefully you can catch my drift. Crisscross applesauce. Here he is walking, crisscross applesauce inline footfall. He's got that pelvic tilt going on and the curving of the spine. Again, here with that curved S-shaped spine. Here he is walking with Emma, again with the flip-flop gaits. He is crisscross applesauce, and she has that toy soldier gait. Now here's Jessica Lange, and we can see her super squared off jawline, that more piercing gaze. And as she got older, the skull became blockier, okay? Here's Sarah Paulson, and she's very beautiful, but she has a strong skull going on, high set ears, that more piercing gaze. Also some thick tendons in the necktie area, appears to have straight clavicle bones. Now here we can see her long necktie area. That's a really long neck, and that's a strong skull, again with that piercing gaze. She looks very pretty here, but those super straight clavicle bones. Toy soldier gait. Now, I had no idea she was with Holland Taylor, who is 32 years older than her. This is a really odd couple because she's 51 and she's in her 80s. But look at Sarah's long necktie area. Here's Connie Brighton, or Britton, I'm not sure how you say it, but she's got a super strong skull, the necktie area, deep set eyes, the more piercing gaze, straight clavicle bones. As she gets older, the skull becomes blockier, again with the necktie area, and again with that toy soldier gait. Well, I've run out of time. If you'd like me to do a part 2, just let me know. And happy numerical new year, because that's all it is. It's not actually a new year. But just remember, you don't need to believe me, because I'm just a silly lady on the internet that says, bears don't lie, people do. Bye.